Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another of the candidate interviews for the MSU elections. We're here with Laura, and we are going. Sorry, by the way, if people are watching this and you can't see my face, it's just to make me sound better because my Wi-Fi just can't handle it. So we're here with Laura, and she's going for social science faculty convener. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So why don't you just start by just telling us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, well, my name is Laura, and I am running for the social sciences faculty convener. I'm from New York, and I study law, and that's the basic stuff, I guess.
If you were to try and describe yourself in 3 words, what would they be?
I would definitely say funny. At least people tell me I'm really funny. Chatty, and I guess a third word would probably be ambitious or driven, something like that.
Ambitious, chatty, and funny. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, so you're going for social science faculty convener, and I'm sure to the people that maybe don't follow the elections or the Senate stuff a lot would be thinking or wondering what the hell is a social science faculty convener or a faculty convener in general. So why don't you tell us about the role and what it means, what it entails?
Yeah. So basically in the students union, I won't go like into all the detail and confuse everybody, but you have like your president and your vice presidents, and then you also have part-time executive positions, and those are the conveners, and basically there's one for each faculty, and you cover all the academic reps in your faculty, so you kind of are like the one taking care of them. And but yeah, it's also an executive position in the students union, so you go to the Senate meetings and you're willing to you're able to bring things forward and stuff like that too. So it is a nice position. Yeah, and it's been really nice this year because it's the first time I was an academic rep, so I got to kind of watch Sean and see what he did. He's the current social sciences faculty convener, and see what it really entails. So yeah.
Yeah, and this is the second time you've run. You went against Sean last time.
I did. Yeah, I did. And there's my dog barking. I did. Yeah, I ran against Sean last year, and that was kind of just. I'm almost glad that I didn't win because I don't think I had enough experience in the union at that time. And this past year, I've really had an opportunity to get involved, really involved in the union before running for a position like this. So I think I have a lot more experience now.
Yeah, well, that's good. At least you're looking at it in a positive way. So
yes.
You think that you can, from all your learning, what do you think you can bring to now with this new experience?
Yeah, so I guess one of the main things would probably be, and sorry about my dog again, geez.
No, it's fine.
Once he starts, he won't stop. Dublin, come here. Okay. One of the main things I think
dogs, I know what it feels.
Yeah. There's chickens out there today, so he's very riled up. Anyway, what was your question?
What can you bring to the role of social science faculty convener?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I think somebody who takes this role has to be organized. They have to be a leader. They have to be a delegator in a way, but also somebody who's not afraid to do the work and step in. One of the main things I want to see change in the position is more strategies for academic reps. So instead of telling them, no matter what the issue is, just go and email your lectures, I want to have more of a plan, more of a strategy. So I'm hoping to be able to bring that to the position as well. And just, And I guess empathy too. Like you need to be able to listen to all the reps and what they bring forward, because the academic reps are representing all of the students. They're the ones going out into all the people in their course and then coming back to you and letting you know what's going on and what the problems are. So I think that if you're able to have like true, genuine empathy and listen to their problems, even if you maybe don't agree with it or don't think it's a big issue, like you need to be able to kind of meet people where they're at. So all of those things, I would say.
Okay, wonderful. That's really good to hear. You sort of went into a little bit about it. So why don't you go and tell the fine people what your experience, like what you've been involved with specifically with the university and the student union or societies you've been on.
So in my first year, I ran for convener, but I didn't get it. But then after that, I went and I got involved in a whole bunch of other ways. I did a lot with the international office. So I was able to be on a panel where American guidance counselors came in, and I was able to answer questions about being in Ireland and going abroad for your studies. And I helped to give tours to incoming study abroad and Erasmus students. Then going into second year, I was able to get on the FLAC committee, which is a law society. It's called the Free Legal Advice Clinic, and I was able to be elected as their events officer, which was really exciting, and I'm really enjoying that. I'm organizing a moot competition right now with everyone else on the committee, of course. And then I was also elected the Study Abroad and Erasmus Senator, which was also really exciting. I was also elected the second year LLB academic rep, which again is really exciting. I last year felt like I was running for everything and I didn't get one thing. And then this year it finally kind of fell into place. I also was able to do orientation week. So back when we were like on level 3 or whatever, we were able to have an in-person orientation, and I volunteered to do that. And I was able to meet incoming first years and give them tours. I also did campus concierge, which is just basically we were working on campus the first semester, reminding people to wear masks and helping to wipe tables down and stuff like that. And am I missing something? I got elected to the social sciences faculty assembly as the deputy chair. So that means I was right under Sean, which I think was cool because we ran against each other last year. And also, interestingly, I am the international rep for the badminton club. So I think that's everything.
Nice. Oh my God, I'm not surprised you had to wonder if you've forgotten something. That's a lot. I feel like I'd forgotten half of it and you only just finished saying it all. It's like oh, what is it? Painting the Golden Gate Bridge. You just have to start over again, you know? Okay,
Yeah,
so on to more about your campaign specifically. So obviously campaigning has been very different for everyone this year. So just tell us how your campaign is going and tell us, what it's all about.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of a bummer this year. I mean, like, I don't believe in false positivity. It sucks, right? Like, it's a little bit depressing.
Yeah.
You do make the you do make the most of like what it is. Of course, we have Instagram and all these things like that, which is great. It's great and everything, but I really am missing that in-person aspect. And I remember that was something that was so fun last year, was bringing my dog onto campus or bringing like candy on campus and giving it out to people. And that week that I was doing stuff like that, like, was probably one of the most fun, because a bunch of people, and given like the dog is a great way for people to come talk to you. But I met people that I never would have come across on campus that you maybe would walk by and never stop to have a conversation with. And that was just really nice. It was really, really fun. And I really do miss that aspect. But this year, I guess I'm enjoying just doing like Instagram kind of stuff and, kind of keeping up with it online.
Yeah, I mean, you do what you can, right? You gotta keep on going, and yeah, it's very true what you said there about it's sort of just talking, and you have to make do. And I mean, I know even just with like, we're normally in a studio with actual microphones, still broadcasting online, so it's not that different. But yeah, and transitioning from one to the other was a bit of a shock to the system, shall we say? Yeah. Okay, wonderful. So So a very important question is how you're going to campaign for the students if you are elected.
How I'm going to what? You broke up there.
Oh, sorry. It's how you're going to campaign for the students.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want me to get into my manifesto right now, but I have a lot of ideas on how to better
Can if
how to
you
better
want.
support students this year, if you're ready for it.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I have 4 parts to my manifesto. I've only released 2 so far, but I'll share all 4. So the first
Ooh.
one is inclusivity. The second one is academics. Then we have mental health and student engagement. Before I go on, I understand that a lot of people would say, and I was actually able to put up an anonymous question box this year because nobody would ask me questions just on Instagram, but I put an anonymous question box up and I got like 12 questions. And a majority of them kind of focused on, and this did surprise me a little bit, focused on like, why do you care about all those things when you're just a faculty convener for the social sciences department? And given that some of the things do probably cross over to like welfare and equality or the VP for education and stuff like that, I always say, like, if you're given a seat at the table, then you can get things done if you're passionate enough. And working closely with people like the VP for welfare and equality and the VP for education would be really important. And I still really do have good ideas. So I think they're worth bringing forward, whether people think they're in the remit of my position or not. So yeah, I don't know if you want me to get like all into the manifesto, but those are the 4 main points at least.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I suppose I can understand why people would ask the question of sort of why are you doing this? Why do you want to do this? Because I think it goes back to the thing of people not knowing exactly what a faculty convener is. And if it's VP or welfare or student life or president, you can say, well, it tells you what they care about right in the title, you know?
Right.
It's a faculty convener, it does sort of beg you to ask. It's like, who are you and why are you here?
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's really well said, though. It sounds like you have a good sort of structure going. You have a plan. Um, so one of the questions we have here is, how do you plan on securing votes? Sort of a loaded question.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a really tough one because, everybody wants votes at the end of the day. You want the position. But I think the only thing you can do, like on my end of it, the only thing that's in my control is to make sure that I make my ideas, my manifesto heard, and just get who I am and what I represent out there to enough people. And finding a balance between not harassing people either, because you have to empathize with students who are just not feeling okay this year. I mean, like,
Yeah.
everybody's just stuck in their home and we're doing college online and it's awful. And some students, they're still really engaged in the college and the union, and that's great. But for some students, you have to understand they want nothing to do with it. And I think, maybe something that costs me elections, but something that's important to me is leaving those students alone if they don't want anything to do with election season. Um, and and so yeah, for me, it's all about getting my message out there to as many people as possible without overstepping boundaries and harassing people and being annoying, which is really hard to do when you're only online too. But yeah, so just Instagram posts and making sure I'm staying in my little realm on social media, and that if they want to, they can come to me and see what I'm all about.
I like that. I like that a lot, actually, because you have been seeing a lot of stuff. That I don't know if you follow them on Twitter, that MU Confessions page, where people are like sort of anonymously saying, "Oh, why can't these people just leave me alone, stop DMing me?" Which I understand. I understand the sort of, because it's different. Right? If you're on campus and it's someone campaigning out in front of John Hume, it's a very different. Like, it's a public situation. You know you're going to meet people if you go outside. Whereas if you're just sitting in your bedroom getting a load of DMs, it seems a bit more invasive. So it's really good to see that you recognize that. Now, serious stuff aside, this is the fun part of the interview, which is the quickfire round. So props to Sophie again for coming up with this, because it's honestly some of the most fun in these interviews, I think. So are you ready?
Can I go over my manifesto points really quick and briefly first, just so I don't forget, and then we can do the fun thing?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. As long as we have enough time.
Yeah, we should. We're going good. Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to get like a brief synopsis of my ideas out there. Last night on the hustings, I wasn't going to talk about it in detail today, but last night on the hustings, I didn't understand how short 2 minutes was until like he was like, you have 30 seconds left. And I was like, oh no. So
Yeah,
anyway,
the whole things were very rushed.
it was very rushed, and if you watch it, it might be entertaining for you because it like mine was a tad chaotic. So enjoy that chaos. It was very very chaotic, but I just want to go over like the main points of like kind of the things that I'm really passionate about right now with my manifesto. So the first point of my manifesto is inclusivity. So I feel like you can't be an exec in the student union and not care about including everybody. Whether you're the social sciences faculty convener or the president of the student union, you should care. So I want to ensure that the campus has better options for students who have dietary restrictions or religious beliefs, people who might eat halal, people who might be vegetarian, vegan, or have food allergies. I want to better elevate and support Black student voices and people of color because students need to be educated on things like microaggressions, discrimination, and why the Black Lives Matter movement was so important and prominent. And I want to work closely with the Ethnic Diversity Senator to make sure that Maynooth is more inclusive to everybody. I also want to normalize and bring more sober events to campus. This is a really big one because it's something I haven't really seen. To my knowledge, I have not known about one sober event at the Students' Union, given half my Maynooth experience so far has been online. But this is really important because there are a lot of students who have religious beliefs, students who are in recovery from addiction, or students who just are not comfortable around drinking, and they need to be included as well. I want to advocate better for students with disabilities. Right now, I think the Students' Union does an okay job. That's probably controversial for me to say. I don't think they do spectacular. And that's solely because I think I see the same disabilities being advocated for over and over again. I want to cover a wider range of disabilities that all the students have. I want to bring awareness to traveler discrimination and better advocate and elevate people in the traveler community and their voices. And I want to normalize addiction recovery. Now, this is a big note. This is a big one, and this is a new one. I'm not sure if anyone else has actually brought this forward before, again, to my knowledge, but I want to bring meetings to campus like Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, and Al-Anon so that people who are in recovery or have friends or family who are addicts can get the support they need. I also want to educate students on using drugs safely, and I want to hold training sessions on the life-saving overdose treatments or drugs, Narcan or naloxone, as you would call it here in Ireland. I also want to make the union more inclusive to international students by holding more events and having more supports available to them. Okay, so that's my inclusivity. For academics, it's really short. Don't worry, I'm going to breeze through it. This is a big one. One of the main reasons that people pursue third level education is to have a career in their field one day. However, information about your future is quite limited in college. I want to make sure that each department is holding more information sessions, panel discussions, and having more open days with future employers so that the information to you about the jobs you could have are explained to you in a more clear and concise way. I want more students to run for academic rep positions. I don't think it's advertised well enough. And I want better support for academic reps, like I mentioned earlier, and have better strategies for the different issues that they face. And if lockdown continues, the library needs to be open. It's essential, and I want to work on that. The other 2 points on my manifesto, I haven't released them yet, like on my Instagram. So I'm just gonna really quick say a few brief points from each. So mental health, kind of like I said earlier. Sorry, what?
I said it's an exclusive from MarsFM.
It is exclusive. You guys are special. I want to, where's my notes? Oh, there it is. Okay. Mental health. Okay. The lockdowns have really influence people's mental health in a negative way. I want to make sure that supports are available to them. Another thing I think is really important is that, yes, we have counselors in the college, but I want to make sure that we have more resources available to give to people outside of the college. So if somebody comes and says, I saw the counselor, it didn't really do anything for me, but I'm really, really struggling, I want to make sure that we have a good, solid list of professional counselors outside of the college, people with good reviews, other students have seen them, where we could say, this is where you can go and do trauma counseling. This is somebody who specializes in anxiety, depression, OCD, this and that. Real resources outside of the college, because I just don't think that talking to the counselor 1 or 2 times is good enough. Some people need long-term treatment, and we want to be able to point them in the right direction. Those are the big things for mental health. And of course, a real and effective bullying policy. I know this is something that Julian's already working on. If it doesn't come to fruition, I will take up that torch because it's very important. We cannot claim to care about students' mental health and allow them to get bullied on campus and nothing happens. Student engagement. One of the main things that I see in the students' union is that people think it's cliquey. Again, controversial. I would agree. I think it is. And I think one of the things I've kind of tried to understand. Sorry, what?
What do you mean by cliquey? I genuinely don't know what you mean. I don't know what the word means.
Cliquey as in exclusive. So people think that not everybody is welcome to be involved, or not everybody gets elected, and it's just like 1 or 2 groups of friends that kind of continue to get opportunities in the students' union. This is something that bothers me, because not because I disagree with it, but because I think we need to do more about it. I've tried to think about why this happens, why people feel this way, like they can't get involved in the union. And I think one of the main things that I want to change if I'm in an executive position is making opportunities available to everybody. Because I think what often happens, and it's not because people are being malicious or they're trying to be negative or exclusive, is that an event happens and one of the VPs asks their friend, oh, hey, you relate, can you come talk on this panel? Or, hey, can you come host this event? Whereas, why are we not putting it out there for any student to have these opportunities? Because then they can get involved too. They can get to know us and they won't feel like they're being left out. A lot more with student engagement. We need to do a lot more to incorporate mature students and international students into the union, so on and so forth. I will leave it at that so we could do the fun stuff, but I did want to get my my big ideas out there first. So thank you.
No, it's no problem. It's good that you have an opportunity to actually broadcast it, so to speak.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Sophie has been waiting very patiently for the quickfire round, so we're gonna give it to her. Okay, right. So, are you ready?
Hold on. I wrote down some of these in advance, and I lost.
You can't. What do you mean? No, it's top of your head. Quickfire. No, just answers.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Tea or coffee?
Either one, as long as it's cold.
What? Cold tea?
Yeah, like boba tea. We have boba tea in Maynooth now. It's so good, like an iced tea.
Okay, this is my controversial opinion. Boba tea is just fruit. That's not tea. I've had it. It's just fruit juice. It's juice.
It's so good. It's so good.
I prefer coffee myself. Okay, next question. Cats or dogs?
I can't pick. I love all animals, especially dolphins. But I guess if I had to pick, I would pick dogs because I have one.
Yeah, naturally. I have 6, so I kind of have to. I feel like they'd kill me if I didn't. Okay, so lockdown blues. Everyone's been watching a lot of stuff. Do you have any favorite TV shows?
So I'm probably in the minority by saying this, but I do not watch movies or TV shows. It's really, really rare that I sit down and do that. But if I had to pick, again, I guess I would go with, did you say TV show or movie?
I said TV show.
Probably Impractical Jokers.
Nice. I mean, just you don't watch them often doesn't mean you can't have a favorite. Now my dogs are barked.
True.
Okay. Yeah, no, Impractical Jokers, solid choice. I appreciate it. The next question is, though, what's your favorite movie?
Okay. I had to think hard about this one. Probably Bridesmaids. Or any movie that has anybody from Saturday Night Live in it, or like Melissa McCarthy, that whole crew, anything they do like makes me crack up. Like The Heat or Spy or any of those movies, Female Ghostbusters, anyone from Saturday Night Live is going to make me crack up.
Yeah, the 2016 Ghostbusters is not a bad movie. It's not the exact same as the other one, but I think it stands alone.
It's better.
I disagree there, but it is good. Okay, so sunrise or sunset?
Sunset, I guess.
No. What do you put on your pancakes?
I was just thinking about this the other day because I made pancakes for the first time in like several months. And I couldn't decide between blueberries or bananas because I love them both in pancakes so much.
Oh, then pick both. That's good. What do you mean months? Pancake Tuesday was like a week and a half ago.
I wasn't in the mood for them. I have to wait till I'm in the mood for something.
That's fair enough. That's valid. I like that. Okay. Who would be your dream dinner date?
I could not think of an answer for this one. This wrecked my head for like 15 minutes. And then I literally had to ask a bunch of people. I was like, who's my dream dinner date? And they were like, I don't know your life. So,
No
I don't know.
celebrity crush?
No, I don't have celebrity crushes. If I did have a celebrity crush, it would be Kate McKinnon. So probably her because she's hilarious and so am I. So we would probably just laugh a lot.
She's the blonde one that was in Ghostbusters. Yeah, the techie one in the new Ghostbusters. Yeah,
Exactly.
Cool. I do like her. She's one of the funniest people on Saturday Night Live, I think.
She's hilarious.
What's your favorite memory at Maynooth?
Okay, I have a lot. And you know what's sad is they all come from the one semester I had before we went online. Academically, my favorite memories are maybe my first moot competition because I made it to semifinals and that was like really exciting because it was our very first one. But the girl that I was doing it with is also brilliant, so like I have to give her half the credit there. My first year modules, I just had like the best lecturers, like those small little LLB classes first semester. Law people will know what I mean. Like it's so like nice and like hands-on and I really miss those. And then socially, I really miss like going to the Roost and yeah, I guess just like having fun and being weird.
I miss drinking too. Well, drinking with friends. I've done plenty of drinking. What is one thing about you? This is our final question. So, final question, people. What is one thing about you that surprises people when you tell them or when they see it or whatever?
I don't know. I couldn't think of an answer for this one. I'm trying to like picture somebody being surprised the last time I told them something about me, but I think I'm like a strange enough person that nothing really surprises people. I guess the one thing that people kind of find surprising is when I tell them I sing like classical opera because they're always like, "Really? Oh, that's so like random." I'm not saying I'm that good.
Really?
I'm not saying I'm that good, but I do technically like to sing it, so I guess I can say I sing classical opera. So I guess that's the one interesting thing.
That's definitely unique. That's cool. Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, that was our final question, people. Thank you for watching. And make sure to get out there on the 10th of March. Well, no, stay at home. Don't go anywhere. Sign up to your laptop and vote because your voices do matter. And you don't get your voices to matter that much if you don't vote for the people you want to be on the Senate or the executive positions, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to add? Sort of a closing statement.
No, just please vote Laura Flood #1 on the 10th of March. And thank you, Diarmid, and thank you, MarsFM. This is like really fun that you guys do this every year, and it's a great way for us to kind of share ourselves and our manifestos and stuff in a more relaxed environment. So thank you. Thank you for taking the time. And yeah, Iama August Germila Mahagat Slan.
Ooh, nice. This is actually only the second year we've done it, to my knowledge.
Is it?
Yeah. We started it last year, and then to some success, it got off to a slow start, as you know, you probably remember. But it was good last year, and then we decided to do it again this year. And Sophie, if she's still watching, she was the one who sort of organized this all. She's our events officer, and she's been brilliant. So
thank
yeah,
you.
thanks for watching, and see you for the next one. Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Fun.